the nation's favourite celebrities.
Arriba, arriba!
Paired up with an expert and a classic car.
Get in, baby. Rock and roll.
Their mission? To scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction.
What is wrong with you?
But it's no easy ride.
Yeah!
Who will find a hidden gem?
Game, set, match.
Take the biggest risk.
You know what? I'm going to close my eyes.
What?
Will anybody follow expert advice?
That's really awful.
There will be worthy winners
Get in there.
and valiant losers.
What are you clapping a loss for?
Put your pedal to the metal.
That is cool, isn't it?
This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Bodida, and welcome to wonderful Wales, where today's celebrity duo are venturing through the valleys.
I've driven you to a lot of gigs. A lot of
That's
gigs.
true. Often a support act will drive the main headline.
That is not. That will not make the edit.
Oops, sorry about that. No matter who tops this trip's bill, it's sure to be a barrel of laughs with comedians Lloyd, Griffith and Rhys James.
But this is probably the nicest car I've picked you up in.
You bang on about your cars, don't you?
I do love my cars, Rhys.
I've overheard you on 3 occasions
I know what you're
bragging
gonna
to
say.
different people about how fast you can drive.
I can drive
It's
fast.
just an incredibly cartoonish thing to boast about, isn't it?
Mind and take her steady. This little beauty is a 1969 Jaguar E-Type.
Do you feel like I'm some sort of like Bond character and...
Sort of Bond character, yeah.
What do you mean sort of Bond character?
I think they'd struggle to find a stunt double.
What do you mean by that? Just put 2 people in one jacket.
Yeah.
Grimsby's man with a licence to thrill, comedian Lloyd, has been entertaining audiences for over 15 years. With sell-out tours and appearances on TV favourites like Live at the Apollo and Ted Lasso. Oh, and did I mention he's also a classically trained singer?
Jesu Domine, tonare is requiem, tonare is... Things like that.
Well, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful stuff.
Fast becoming a stalwart of British stand-up, Rhys is a regular on the UK comedy circuit and now hosts his own BBC podcast, Research, investigating topics that the rest of us are much too busy to be bothered with.
I don't necessarily fancy my chances.
Yeah.
You've got quite an unfair advantage because,
Well-
most of your jokes are antiques.
Jokes aside, it's a level playing field here, with a cool £400 kitty for you both to play with. And some expert assistants to boot, in the shape of coin specialist Tim Medhurst and jewellery pro Hetty Jago. By the looks of it, already one step ahead of the boys and at today's first store.
Do you know if any of them are into antiques? Either of them?
I know that Lloyd is into antique. Well, not into, but he knows a little bit.
Oh, really?
So I'd quite like to be with Lloyd, if that's okay with you.
Oh, okay. So you're having the easy job.
I would like to win.
I think it should be a laugh, literally.
Should we go and see what's in there?
Yeah,
let's
sounds
go
good.
have a look.
Okay, come on. This might be scarier than Live at the Apollo, don't you think?
I remember you were heavily into your poems.
I used to do poems on stage, yeah.
This car suits a poet.
And a choral singer. 2 men of absolute culture and class.
If you do say so yourselves. Our classy comics will hop the border, shopping their way to Weston-super-Mare. But first up, we kick things off in Pontypool, Monmouthshire. The county has a rich history marked by its strategic importance along the England-Wales border. Hoping to uncover some valuable antique artefacts, our 2 jokesters have arrived at the appropriately named Ragamuffins Emporium.
Rhys, I can't get out. Oh!
Right, that's the last time I'll be doing that.
You 2 will fit right in here.
Here we are, the Emporium, Lloyd. Already, my eye is drawn.
Calm down.
Showcasing multiple cellars across its floors, this place is packed with a vast collection of antique and vintage collectibles. Overseen by owner Alan, there's something here to cater for every taste and budget. Amongst it all is the occasional antiques expert.
Hello.
Oh, Rhys, hello.
How you doing?
Really good to meet you.
Have you found anything to help me beat this northern gentleman?
I have had a little bit of a browse around. I found a few things to show you.
Oh, yeah?
So have you bought antiques before? Have you been shopping for antiques?
No, it's more of a mental thing
Oh,
for me.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think you might be driven more by nostalgia, like things you remember as a kid, or...?
Yeah, but that feels like it's not going to be old enough. You know what I mean?
It probably is now. I'm not saying you're old, but...
Well, thank you very much. What a way to find out.
But the sort of toys of childhood...
Okay, they do well.
Memorabilia all does well. OK, should we go this way to start with? OK,
Yes,
I'm looking
please.
forward to this.
No hanging around for these two. Lloyd had best track down his expert, Quick Smart.
Hello,
Hello, lovely to meet you. I'm Hetty.
I'm Lloyd. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Apparently you have a little bit of knowledge.
Well, not really, no. So I used to work in my uncle's antique shop.
Okay.
But I wasn't very good. I used to sell things probably a lot lower than they should have gone for. But
Right.
I didn't really have an expertise as a 16-year-old boy. So yeah, I will need your help and guidance a lot. If
That's
okay.
all right. I'll let you choose.
I love like cathedral stuff, which is quite weird. I love fire engine stuff, anything Grimsby related, anything musical. So that's what I usually go for. So you might have to sway me from not buying.
No,
Right.
those things sound good. Let's
Okay.
go and find one of those things.
Okay, great.
Okay,
All right.
this way.
Shopping list already forming for Lloyd and Hetty. Both teams are off, and it looks like something has already caught Rhys's attention.
What about this old thing?
OK.
To me, I'd say this is probably a lovely engraved Edwardian crumb scoop, but that's just my words. What would that be to you?
Well, you've said what it is.
Yeah, well, there you
go. What you've got to remember is the Victorians and Edwardians made something for everything. So instead of just scooping the crumbs up like we would, or shaking the tablecloth off, they would have a little brush and scoop where they...
Oh, so it's basically sort of a dustpan and brush for the table?
For the table. So fine silver-plated ware, beautifully engraved on here. And down here we've got, it's not a hallmark per se, but it's a mark that's at a glance imitating silver markings. So if this was sitting on the side at home, someone walking past would look at it and think, oh, they've got some silver. But actually it's silver plate.
Yeah.
But it does have a solid silver collar, at least. A tiny little bit of silver, which is off...
Oh, so that's real silver, that
Yeah,
bit?
that's often found on silver-plated cutlery.
And what's the handle?
That's made of antler. I love it when handles are made of antler. You see it on knives, maybe sharpening sets, things like that. And over the years, it builds up this beautiful, rich patina of just being handled. And you'll hear antique people saying that a lot about patina. It's all about the finish of an object. You know,
Right.
If you see a chest of drawers, 17th century chest of drawers, and it's got a beautiful patina, makes your mouth water. But if you've seen it and it's been...
Not necessarily, but sure, I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
And then you see another one and it's been restored and the whole finish has been taken off.
Right.
And it just takes it back. Yes, it makes it look
Makes
new,
your mouth dry.
but it makes my mouth dry.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing, but unfortunately in this day and age...
No one's scooping the crumbs off their table.
I don't know anyone that
silver-plated
collects crumb scoops as a single collectible.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
And it doesn't come with the...
It doesn't come with the brush.
come with the brush.
No. What a wonderful quality thing for £14.
But you imagine it, well, it's not going to fetch more than
But
that.
it would need to be in a mixed lot of other silver plate to be worth something.
Possibly not the scoop you were after. Lloyd now, with a find that seems to be singing to him.
A guidebook for Coventry Cathedral. I love cathedrals. I've always been obsessed with them because I'm a choir boy. Coventry Cathedral was completely destroyed in the Second World War. This is only from 1962, but it's quite a nice booklet. I think I might just buy this for myself.
So you're going to have that, are you?
I think I'm
That's
going to have
gonna
that. Yeah, I think I'm going to just take that.
Not exactly the aim of the game, but I'll let you have it. Let's hope our other two are on track.
Oh, Rhys, what do you think of these? What
Look, I wouldn't have them in my house, but
Okay.
I'm not really the target audience, I don't think,
Okay.
for necessarily buying the antiques.
The reason for pointing these out is because, to me, a pair of candlesticks are quite a traditional antique. What do you think of age on these? How old do you think these are?
This is an absolute pun.
OK, go on.
Imagine if I get this bang on. Will you lose your mind, or is that really basic?
Well,
to
you can
know
take
this?
over my job. I'm not sure if I can do yours, but...
1906.
That's really close. I would say you're not far off. Probably,
Well,
I was going to say turn of the century, so they're around 1900. So
Come on, not a
that is
bad
pretty
shout.
good. So down here, there's a maker's mark, E&Co, and that's Elkington and Co. And at that time, they were one of the leaders of making silver-plated ware and silverware. So at the time these were made, they would be a Rolls-Royce of silver-plated candlesticks.
Right.
And they are wonderful quality. A pair of solid silver candlesticks from 1900 like this, they would be probably £400, around that sort of figure, whereas these are priced at only 15.
Right,
So
right,
silver
right.
plate is a great way of owning something that looks the part. It's a bit of history,
Yeah.
but £15. And I think that's actually pretty cheap for a pair of Elkington candlesticks.
Okay, so this could be a decent
They could
find.
be a worthwhile ponder, because I could see those in an auction making £30 to £50. So we might double up,
Yeah.
which in this game is quite good.
Yeah. That's
So,
huge. Okay, well, we've got to put them on the
Yeah,
list.
and also it's always nice to find a candlestick with its original sconce, because if you imagine 100 years, often they go missing. So yeah, £15.
Okay, great shout.
And I think it illustrates the wonderful thing in an antique shop that you can walk around and find something that's well over 100 years for 15 quid.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Incredible.
Strong start, chaps. Certainly one to think about. Elsewhere in the store, our other pair have finally got their search underway in earnest.
Lloyd?
Yeah? Oh, hello, mate.
Hey, I've just found something which I think is quite cool. Look at this. Oh, no, that's not what I intended to do.
Nicely done, Hetty.
So this is...
So the
So
crash.
it's clockwork. So you
crikey.
twist that, and it should... It's quite
Oh,
good,
one
isn't
sec.
it?
Where is it from?
So this is a West German example, and generally German toys do quite well, but it's quite good quality. I think it's probably 1960s. It's got a bit of age to it.
Yeah.
And there's a really good collector's market for these kind of toys. So do you collect cars and things? when you're
Yeah,
a
I've
kid?
got like little die-cast, like tin and metal cars and stuff.
Yeah?
So yeah, very much on my street. I've still got a load at home.
It's £95. I don't have full confidence it's going to make a huge amount of money.
Oh really? What do you
Yeah.
reckon it might get?
Oh gosh, I'd like it to make sort of like 40 to 60, so if we can get at the lower end of that, there might be a little profit in it.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Or are you going for big profits? Like, do you
I'd
want to find
like to
something
win like £4,000 or £5,000.
Would you?
Only the 4 or 5?
Well, this is not going to make us £4,000 or £5,000.
Well, let's think on it, but I do need to win this.
In that case, best pop it back and keep hunting. Speaking of the competition,
What do you reckon that is? I've never seen one of these before.
Well, I saw that it's got mechanics on the back.
Oh,
of it.
you took a glance.
I don't know,
What
is it like a moving picture?
It's a radio.
Wow, okay.
It's a radio frame. Look at that. I've never seen one of those before.
They
I
didn't catch on. Clearly they didn't catch on.
I think the word is kitsch.
Yeah,
Is that the word?
yeah.
So the frame is simulating snakeskin.
Yeah.
But it's actually paper. I would sort of think we're looking at the 1950s, something like that.
Okay.
I could see it actually potentially selling well. It's
For the
these,
novelty.
Yeah, it's these sort of things that people buy because they've never seen one before.
Is this one of those absolute 50-50 gambles though where it could
Absolutely.
not sell at all?
Yeah.
And literally get zero?
It's like a tenner or 50 to 70
Oh my goodness.
pounds. So it's a bit of a gamble. They want
that
35 as well, so it's like bang in the middle.
Every era tries to do a different thing with the photo frame.
Yes.
They tried the digital photo frame,
Yeah.
that failed.
Yeah.
Now they're doing the one that was like a telly,
Yes.
but
yeah.
that's when your telly's off, it's just a photo frame thing.
I think the best photo frame is just a photo frame.
Not a photo frame.
Yeah.
They nailed it on the first go. Stop adding technology into photo frames.
How's your negotiation skills?
Oh, I'll talk him right down.
Can you?
I'll just keep saying, bear in mind this is a radio in a photo frame, so it has no appeal to anyone in the world. You know, do they like that? when you
that's
slag
good.
off the
yeah,
product?
no, you can do that. Yeah, good negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
well, there's only one way to find out. Alan is the dealer you need to speak to.
Oh,
There you go.
we'd like to do a deal if possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite sure about the picture frame radio
Okay.
and about the silver-plated candlesticks.
Okay.
So the radio, I think,
It's 35, I think, was on it.
35. It's a radio in a picture frame.
Okay.
How do you feel about £10 for that radio?
Probably get it down to about 28.
You can get it down to sort of 16.
Yeah.
What about if we took the candlesticks and the radio
Candlesticks as
together?
well.
So,
The very best I can do on the radio would be 25. That's rock bottom. But I can do
And what
10.
if it's, and 10 for the candlesticks?
10 for the candlesticks.
So 35 for both.
Yes.
seems
Okay.
reasonable
Yeah.
to me. Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good to
shake his
me.
hand.
Let's
That
do
sounds
it.
good.
Thank you very much, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Very kind, Alan. It's a done deal on both items.
Thank you.
Go and find our things and
Yeah.
head off.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
See
you very
soon.
much.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Leaving Rhys and Tim with a healthy £365 still in the kitty.
Well, that'll do, won't it?
yeah.
Not too bad.
Who would have thought we'd be leaving the antique shop with a beautiful pair of Elkington candlesticks?
Yes, and a
And-
radio in a snakeskin frame,
Yeah.
please. Not bad. Look, if I can have a laugh while taking a risk, then that's ideal.
Absolutely.
But if this doesn't pay off, then it's your neck on the line.
You can see where this is going.
Yeah.
No pressure then, Tim. What of Lloyd and Hetty?
Lloyd,
Okay. What are we talking?
so I've just found this really sweet little scent bottle.
Oh wow. Have a look.
Now it's Mexican, and I'm a big fan of Mexican silver.
Okay.
Love Mexican silver jewellery in particular. I think that this piece, it's down as white metal on the
Okay.
ticket, but I think it's silver. It's only priced at £15. which I think is a very good price for it. I would say it's got a bit of age to it. I think it's probably 1950s-ish. Really, really sweet and really quite collectible. People like collecting perfume bottles.
Okay.
The design of this bottle appears to take inspiration from the Aztec sunstone, carved in the 1500s in pre-conquest Mexico, depicting deities, animals and the Aztec calendar.
What do you do? Do you dip the perfume in there and then
Yeah, and then just sort of dab it. Yeah. I think it's quite usable as well.
Why do you think it's silver? How do you know?
I spend a lot of time looking at silver, so I
Lovely.
can normally tell just even before I pick it up. But if you smell it and it doesn't smell like metal, if something's plated, it will smell a bit like the base metal, bit sort of like brass
Okay.
or copper, and it doesn't have a scent to it.
Which is ironic, seeing as it's a scent bottle.
Yeah. But also, I'm just sort of rubbing where it's tarnished, and the tarnish is coming off. So I actually think that that's not base metal showing through. I think that's just tarnish from years.
Look, I'm with you. If you think it's silver, we'll take a punt collectively.
Okay.
Okay,
We
but
can't
if
go
it
wrong.
doesn't sell, then obviously is your...
It is. I'll take full responsibility if this makes a
Fantastic.
loss.
Let's do that
Are you
then.
happy with that?
And then if it makes a profit,
Then it was obviously you.
joint decision.
Yeah.
No, joint. I mean, I'm
Okay.
not,
Oh, cool, yeah.
I'm not an animal.
Lloyd taking a leaf out of his pal's playbook. Joint decision made. Best have a word with dealer Alan.
Hello, mate.
Hi.
How are you, all right?
I'm good, thanks.
Hi,
How you doing?
Alan.
Hi, love. Hello.
We really like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Mexican...
Silver scent bottle.
Silver scent bottle, so we'd like to take it, if that's all right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a nice piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it's £15.
Yeah.
Have you got the money?
I've got the money.
I haven't got the money. I was going to say, who's got the money?
I've got the money.
Quickly as that, silver scent bottle secured.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wow, the car is stunning,
Not
isn't
bad,
it?
right? I'll give you that.
Thank you very much.
I'll take the wheel.
With only £15 spent, there's still £385 to play with.
Okay, here we go.
Off you pop them. Now, what of Rhys and Tim? Already on their way to the next port of call, the town of Pontypridd. The embodiment of the Welsh moniker as the land of song, this little town is the birthplace of the Welsh national anthem and singing superstar Tom Jones. And hoping for a harmonious antiques hunt are our two arriving at Anagram Antiques.
So the antique shop is inside the market.
Perfect, because negotiations happen in markets. And that's
Deals
what
to
I'm
be
best
done.
Let's hope so. This tiny treasure trove has cabinets aplenty, packed full of antiques and collectibles, with everything overseen by dealer Steve. Time to splash some of that remaining £365.
What's that ladle over there? What's on the handle? Should we get it out?
That's a little, that looks like a little train logo to me.
It is. It's the
Is that a National Rail logo?
Yeah, it is. Look, and this would probably have been, I would imagine, in a first-class carriage.
I think soup on a train is a disgrace, so this sort of goes against everything I stand for.
Imagine if someone's pressed the
Emergency stop.
stop.
Look, soup is, I'd say, one of the smelliest foods or drinks.
What about
depending on
food
your
at all on the train?
Yeah, absolutely. But like, I would put a ban on, say, tuna, for example.
Any hot
Hummus.
foods?
Some
It
hot
does
foods
smell.
are permissible. I think soup is not one of them. Is that all about whether someone is a collector of train cutlery?
It
Is
could
that
be.
quite a niche
That's quite
collector?
niche. But there are big collectors for train memorabilia.
Right, okay.
Railwayana, it's called.
Railwayana.
Yeah, and it's a
Right.
big collecting field. I would say most of the things in that collecting field would be either posters, which are quite
Yeah.
visual, aren't they? Quite a lot of people collect parts of trains, like wagon bits and pieces, nameplates, all sorts of things.
What about station names, old station signs?
Yeah, perfect. But what's the market in an auction? If it was a set of cutlery, so you had the
Right,
ladle,
it was
you
all
had
the-
some
if it was all
knives
the
and
first-class
forks,
cutlery.
I can imagine someone saying, do you know what, I'm going to lay my table with first-class carriage gear. Be quite fun. But then maybe someone's putting together a collection. So that might be one to think
So
about.
it's sort of on the long list.
It is on the
We
long
can
list.
think about
yeah.
that. Okay.
Super idea. Worth considering, but plenty more on offer in here. Meanwhile, out in the wilds of Wales, there's finally a chance for our pair in the Jag to have a jolly good natter.
So do you and Rhys work together quite often, Matt?
Oh yeah. So we've known each other for years, and like when you're doing comedy, you kind of do a lot of gigs together.
Do you have a similar comedy style then, would you
No, not really, no. But I think because we've been friends for so long, we understand each other's style and what kind of voice lends themselves to that other person. So, you know, I think Rhys has actually written a few of my funniest like jokes or toppers.
Yeah.
And similarly the same kind of thing, you know, I've given him stuff, but let me tell you, when he does one of the jokes that's mine, I'll be the first to be clapping the back. Such a good joke. Such a good joke. But all said and done, I want to be beating him.
That's good. I want to win as well.
I want to be beating him. Okay? I need this win. He's a very smug little lad, and this will forever haunt me.
Better get to it then. Next stop, Monmouth. Named the UK's first bee town in 2020 in recognition of work done to make the town a better place for pollinators. And just on the other side of the River Wye, our two busy bees have come along to Phoenix Yard Reclamation.
All right.
Here we go.
Chock full of salvaged and reclaimed items, there's also an abundance of antique and period pieces hidden away here, all kept in order by dealer Dave. Just the spot to blow some of that remaining £385.
No.
That's not quite what I meant.
Hello? Hetty?
What have you found?
Like a scoreboard?
I really like that.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I used to play football as a kid outside with all my mates in various different gardens. This would have been perfect to keep track of scores.
Yeah.
I really like it. Like, it's very simple, it's quite charming.
How much would we pay for it, though, do you
I
think?
don't know, there's no price on it.
Would you have it in your house?
Do you know what? I would, yeah. I actually would. I honestly would.
Okay.
I'm not sure where, but I would.
Yeah.
And also, this is what's going to happen. We're the home team on the day of the auction.
Yeah. 4-0.
4-0 to us.
OK, I like it. Should we get it? Well, we need to ask, really, don't we?
See how much it is first. If it's, like, expensive, nah. Because I think I could make this.
You can make it.
But I like the charm of it, so let's see how
OK,
much
let's
it is
ask.
first. OK, great.
OK.
Could be worth a shot. Back over in Pontypridd, the hunt continues for Rhys and Tim.
Let's see if we can find some profit. What about this pile of plates here?
Yep, not
These
a
look nice and
phrase
old,
that
don't they?
normally that's said in quite more an accusatory tone to me. What about this pile of plates here, Rhys? You were supposed to do that.
They're meant to be in the dishwasher.
Exactly.
The decoration is very Swiss, and the age of them, let's have a look. Let's turn them upside down. The bottom always tells you a good thing about an antique. I think the oldest one is probably this one here. Look at the difference in the colour and the way they've worn. This one's been broken here, and what I love about antiques is that at some point this has been a precious piece, so it was worth having repaired. This has been really well riveted, and I reckon that would hold water perfectly. So you could just carry on using it, and that has been repaired probably, I'd say...
Is that going to add value to it, or
it won't add value, but it will
reduce?
detract value. But for me, it just adds a bit of interest.
Bit of character.
It means it's not unsaleable.
Yeah.
If that big chunk was missing, then obviously it wouldn't be saleable.
Sure.
But looking at it like that, it doesn't bother me at
But you
all.
can always fix it, and what a great metaphor for life.
Yeah.
This is 25. It's
OK, they're all
So that's not-
£25
yeah, they're
each.
not too bad.
Now, age-wise, a lot of these were made in the 18th and 19th century. I would say probably all of them are 19th century. And I wonder if we can do a deal on the 3.
If it's a deal you're after, Steve is your man.
Hello, sir. We're interested in the Swiss plates.
Yep.
Obviously, one of them's damaged, so you know, chuck that one in for free, I reckon. And then the others, I'm looking at maybe a £5 each. What do you think to that? Is that so 10 all in? Is that too low?
Coming on to about 35.
35. Is that your best price? Would you say 35?
That'd be the best. Yeah.
That's very generous.
I think that's pretty generous, to be honest.
I'm very happy with that.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very kind, Steve. That's all 3 Swiss plates secured.
Thank you very much
so
indeed.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rhys.
See you later.
And the day's shopping is done for Rhys and Tim, leaving them with £330 for tomorrow.
Well, there we go. We've done all right, then.
Really chuffed with that. Well done.
What a discount. Yeah.
Over in Pontypridd, with Lloyd's football scoreboard under consideration, Hetty has eyes on another potential buy.
So I've just spotted something on this shelf, a nice piece of glass. Now, it's not signed, but I'm fairly sure this is a piece of Medina glass. The Medina Studio Glass Factory was founded in Malta, in Medina in Malta, by 2 British men called Eric Dobson and Michael Harris. And their designs are really, really lovely, inspired by the Maltese coast. You can kind of see that it's got that sort of aquatic influence. Like the sand and sea. But Medina glass does fairly well at auction. Everything else seems to have a price on it. This doesn't, for some reason. I don't know how much it's going to be, but if it's less than £10, I think we've got a fair shot at making money. It might make £20, £30.
Okay.
Only a small profit, but I do think there's a profit in it. And it's really important with glass that's in good condition. I can't see any chips to it.
Okay.
So I think that's a fair shot at a profit.
Right. Should we see
do you
how
think?
much it is? Well, yeah. I mean, look, if it's less than 10, then let's try and get a...
Yeah, and I love studio glass. It's handmade. Nice, usable little piece of glassware. Should we go and ask how much it is?
Let's go and ask how much it is.
OK, fab.
Best of luck. Dave's the dealer you're after.
Hello, Dave.
Hi there.
Hi, Dave.
Hi there.
So we've seen this lovely little bit of glassware that we like, and also the home and away sign.
Yes, yes, I can see him, yeah.
There's no price on
Cricket
either.
score, yeah.
Is it a cricket score?
Yeah, I'd say it's for cricket.
Yeah. So I was wondering what you could do for both of them.
Well, that one there was 15.
Yeah.
And that one there was 8.
Okay.
I'll do the 2 of them for 15.
2 of them for 15? That's very
That
generous.
saves you having any bickering.
I'll take that, Dave.
Lovely job then.
Thank you.
Thank you
Dave.
very much.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let me give you some money.
Very kind. £5 for the Undina glass vase and a tenner for the scoreboard wraps things up.
Really happy with this.
Yeah, great.
Right, thank you. Lovely to meet you.
And you, thank
Take
you
it
very
away.
much.
Leaving them a whole £370 to play with.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was great.
That's really good.
Like, really nice. Lovely bloke. Couple of good bargains.
Yeah.
And I think the firmest handshake I've ever had in my whole entire life. It hurt. It basically hurt.
Oh, you poor thing. Best take it easy for the rest of the evening, then. Time to catch up with your pal.
Right, plans for tonight, Rhys?
Well, we've got to go off to... You're doing a little Tom Jones tribute act, aren't you? Surely, I booked you in for that Tom Jones tribute gig after you were singing earlier.
I'm going to go and do a Tom Jones.
You'll be doing a Tom Jones tribute act.
Yeah, I'm going to go down to the local working men's club.
Exactly. That's what they want to see.
They want to see an Englishman impersonating a Welsh person.
yeah.
Badly.
Well, that's the problem for us coming to Wales, is that we've sort of misled the public with our names, haven't we?
Lloyd Griffith and Rhys James. 2 lads
In
from
England.
the heart of England.
Right, that's a couple of verses of Green, Green Grass of Home, then Shut Eye. A new day dawns in southwest Wales, and our two are back in the Jag. Top-down cruising, eh?
It's just nice to have the double act back together, isn't it?
It is good to have the double act back together.
What was our nickname we got given by a rude internet comment all those years ago?
Pasty and pastry.
Pasty and pastry.
Well,
That's what I like about it. It's mutually insulting.
No, but I quite like it. I think it's quite complimentary.
Pasty and pastry. Yeah, I mean, I might not end up pasty at the end of the day.
I mean, you are not.
Best make hay while the sun shines, then. And there's plenty of cash still in the kitty after yesterday's shopping. A frugal Lloyd spent just £30, but did manage to score a few interesting items.
This is what's going to happen on the day of the auction. Hold on to us.
Leaving him a whopping £370 at his disposal today. Rhys, meanwhile, bagged some curious buys of his own.
How's your negotiation skills?
I'll just keep saying, bear in mind this is a radio in a photo frame, so it has no appeal to anyone in the world.
And still has a healthy £330 in his kitty.
We've got a little under 400 left.
Wow, so what were you doing yesterday? Are you that good at haggling, or were you just buying cheap tat?
Hey, Rhys, not only will I teach you how to drive, I'll teach you how to haggle.
Oh, God. They were never seen again.
Oh, I hope not. There's a lot more road tripping in store for you two funny men.
What's the difference between you handling antiques and you doing comedy gigs?
I don't know, Rhys.
When you handle an antique, you smash it.
Oh, that's good.
Top of the head, that.
That is really good.
Yeah, I didn't spend weeks preparing that. I just thought of it then and there.
No,
That's prime example.
that didn't sound healthy.
Didn't sound ideal, that.
Oh dear. This might be the perfect moment to pull over and have a look at the items each other have purchased, or what's left of them anyway. Hetty and Tim are standing by for a good old nosy.
Hello, gents.
Hello.
Hello again.
How are you?
Shall I pop the boot?
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a
Oh,
look.
you've got the merch in the boot. Good stuff.
Oh,
Look at that.
Lovely.
Here we go.
I love this home and away board.
We're the home team, and that's the score.
You're 4-0 up.
At the end of the auction.
That's not what you paid for it, 40.
No, of course, and you'll never know how much we paid for it.
But you do know, Lloyd, you can't bid on it on the day. I know you want that for your house.
If you see someone with a newspaper and I holster on the day, it's got nothing
We've
to
had
do
an
with me.
online bid. Oh, Lloyd seems to be on the phone all of a sudden.
Yeah, look, I'm happy. Look, don't you worry about that.
Okay.
What have you got then?
My word. Well, it's a lovely collection of Swiss plates.
Exactly.
Is that a number of Swiss plates, is it?
There's 3 there. Not bad.
Lovely.
Look at these. One of them's broken, yes,
That's
but you
great.
will get a discount for that.
Those plates I think are really nice.
Do you like those, Steve?
Yeah, honestly, I really like those.
They're a proper antique.
And you got some candlesticks?
Yep.
Not too bad.
They're nice late Victorian or Edwardian, Elkington & Co.
Is that
Good maker.
Is this one of yours?
Yeah.
That's tiny thing.
Silver
Yeah, just
scent
careful.
bottle.
Silver scent bottle, Mexican.
It's Mexican, yeah.
nice.
And you love
Mexican
perfume,
silver scent
don't
bottle.
you?
Yeah. and I love my perfume, don't I? And then you basically, that's it. Have a real sniff.
Little scoop on the
Yeah, it
end.
smells like metal.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well, it's
love the smell. It's Mexican metal smell.
It smells like silver, actually. mate.
It smells like money.
It smells like money.
Does it?
It smells like victory.
And what is this?
Well,
Well,
look,
that.
why don't you have a look and try and work it out for yourselves? Tell us, what does it look like it is?
Oh my good God.
A radio? That's what
It's
we call
a
radio.
radio picture frame.
A frame.
Yeah.
That's good
more
fun,
could you
actually.
want?
I often, when I'm looking at pictures, I'm like, oh, I wish I had.
Yeah, it's a bit
Some blo-
silent, isn't it? The picture,
Oh, it's
looking at a
like-
picture, the
I wish I had
process.
some really badly played Blondie through the back of this. And I think that radio's really got that covered. That's lovely.
Look, when I pop a picture of you in there and no one buys it, I know who I'm blaming. Okay?
I will.
we'll
I will
see
be at the auction house. So I will
What's
be
your
buying
little vase? Is that Medina?
That-
It is
Yeah,
Medina.
okay.
Thank you.
Very
Medina.
pretty. Did not cost us very much. So we're
Oh,
quite
really?
pleased with
How
that.
much do you think it cost us?
I reckon 10, 15 pounds for a Medina vase like that.
Okay, we paid less than that, so we're quite
Oh,
pleased.
good.
that.
Wow, well done.
I know it's a competitive thing, but I think we've all done really well. You've got a bit more money to spend.
We've got actually
We've
a
got
fair
a
bit
lot
to get
more
through.
money to
You've got
spend.
loads, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get spending?
Sounds
Yeah.
good to
Let's
us.
do it.
Yeah. it's
Enjoy.
fine.
Thank you.
Come on, Lloyd.
See you
Whisk me
later.
away.
Let's
Bye.
pop this down.
Conflab over. There'll be more shopping for you for shortly, but first, a little downtime.
Okay, Rhys, we're going to the zoo.
Talk about Father-Son Day out. You're
Yeah.
taking me to the zoo.
It's one adult's ticket and one child's ticket.
Lovely stuff.
Can you do any animal impressions?
Can't really.
You know,
I don't think so. Can you?
I've got quite a good dog one, but it really hurts my voice.
Well, I'm not bothered about your voice hurting. That is good, actually. And it has hurt your voice immediately, so you weren't lying as well. I thought you could do a dolphin, can't you? Yeah, I love that. So if there's any dogs or dolphins at this zoo, then we're in. You can communicate.
Dr. Dolittle, eat your heart out. For their next stop, our two are hopping over the River Severn into England and heading for Bristol. Here to visit the Bristol Zoo project. Conservation zoos have a critical role to play in connecting us with wildlife, whilst also supporting species that are threatened or endangered. Bristol Zoological Society have been running one such zoo here for over 135 years. Lloyd and Rhys are here to meet Managing Director Hannah Windross to find out more about the important work happening here and no doubt get their hands dirty in the process.
Hello.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? Thanks for having us.
It's great to be here.
Bristol Zoo used to be in the city centre, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're 186 years old, and in September 2022, we closed down our Bristol site. It's
Yeah.
only 12 acres, and we moved here, amazing, which is 136 acres.
Wow.
So much more space for the animals. So only care for animals that really need our help, and then put them in really big habitats that reflect their natural space in the wild. So we're trying to get people to think about the fact that we work in Equatorial Guinea, we work in Tanzania.
In 1980, a groundbreaking world conservation strategy was published, stating that humanity exists as part of nature and had no future unless wildlife and natural resources were conserved. Around this time, the zoo here made the move to focus on endangered species, and today have many hundreds of animals in their care, meaning there's plenty of work to go around for our two. Lloyd, you're on giraffe enclosure cleanup, while Rhys is prepping food for the zoo's birds and meerkats.
Great. Let's go, shall we?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Lovely
I'm
to meet you.
excited.
Have a good day.
Thank you
Cheers,
so
Hannah.
much. Oh, I bet you can't wait for this.
Tough luck, Lloyd, but you won't be alone. Tim and Hetty have arrived to muck in as well.
I mean, sure, it might be the short straw, but I guess we get to see animals close up.
I'm quite glad we're doing this.
You have told her you're on cleanup duty, right?
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Lloyd, this is Hetty.
I'm Hetty, lovely to meet you. Alice.
I'm Gethin.
Nice to see you. Where are the giraffes?
Currently inside, we're about to feed them.
Buckets of sugar beat in place, this should soon tempt the zoo's male giraffes out of their living quarters.
Bye, boys.
Boys.
Boys! Oh my goodness.
Good boy, Tico.
Hello, Tico.
All right, come on then. Look at his face.
Do they know we're here to pick up their poo?
They don't actually, but we do it every day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well, let's get on it.
While you two dig out your rubber gloves, Rhys and Tim have met up with keeper Sheldon to start preparing breakfast for the zoo's meerkats and feathered friends.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow, what a spread.
We've got a couple of different things. We've got some live food as well, which helps our birds with their protein levels.
And crickets.
and crickets.
As a comedian, I don't like having the sound of crickets under everything we're saying, I've got to say. It doesn't make me feel good.
Well, that's a daily occurrence here.
Yeah.
Every species at the zoo has its own specific dietary requirements, with the variety of fruits, veg and proteins all taken into consideration. And the first task is to make sure it's prepped just right.
Got that technique down. Do you notice that some food is more popular with them than others? Do they have favourites?
They do have favourites. Our hornbills actually don't like beetroot. But some days they get a beetroot and they leave it all behind. Other days they'll eat it. So we do have, they do have the favourites.
I don't blame them. I also prefer my fruit salad minus beetroot.
Now that we're done with the fruit for the birds, we're going to go ahead and feed the meerkats. I do have some food prepared earlier for them. The only thing we've got to do is add some of our live food and those mealworms on the top tray over there. So if you would
You're
like
looking at me, Sheldon.
I am.
You're expecting me to...
Looks like you've got, you're the closest to
I am closest to it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll give you the bowl here.
Yep.
You just want to take a handful of those mealworms. Pop them in.
A full handful?
Just a full handful, just maybe
Just a little sprinkle?
sprinkling.
Just a garnish, just a little bit of seasoning. How's that? Good
That'll be
amount?
fine, yep.
Little sprinkle?
That's it, that'll be fine for them.
I'll just wipe that on Tim's shirt and then we can go.
Breakfast prepped. There's some hungry mouths eager to be fed.
So like that much?
That's fine, yep.
And then just
sprinkle it around, that's it.
They're not noticing me, Sheldon.
So what they'll do is that as they go around, they'll start to find the food, which is what we want to try and do, is give them a bit of foraging. So they don't all just get in a bowl.
And they burn some calories on the way as well.
That's it.
Like when you run upstairs after you've got a takeaway to just get a couple of extra ones off.
That's exactly it.
Look at this, I feel terrible. I feel absolutely awful. You've got to give them some more.
And while the meerkat munchies are being served, the team on number 2 duties are sweeping up after the giraffes.
It's got quite a smell, hasn't it? Like it's ammonia kind of smell. Would you say that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You happy with this? I'm just scooping your poo, mate. I just wanted to sell a couple of goblets. I didn't want to be scooping giraffe poo.
Oh, there they are, down there.
Yeah. You won't find any antiques in there, mate. What are you doing?
Are you coming to help?
Absolutely not. We've done our work. We've fed the birds and the meerkats, thank you. We'll leave you to it.
Mate, we've been hanging out with giraffes.
Yeah, seems like it.
Rhys, just found one of your jokes down here, mate.
Right. I think that's enough mucking about. While the giraffes inspect their freshly cleaned abode, you lot best get back on the road. There's more shopping to be done elsewhere in Bristol, amongst the vibrant houses of the city's Totterdown suburbs.
It's a very colourful shop, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a very colourful street, to be fair. After you.
Thank you.
A family-run outfit, Piglet's Vintage is a colourful little cove packed with antique and retro goodies to explore. From motoring memorabilia to swanky signage, there's a whole lot on offer here. Dealer Jane is on hand to offer assistance, and these two still have £370 left to splash. So, best get to it.
Found this.
Yeah?
It's Gloucestershire Ambulance Service. I collect a lot of fire helmets.
So why do you have such an interest in fire engines?
We had a chimney fire when I was a kid. The fire engine turned up and I became obsessed with them ever since. And I've got 6 helmets at my house, just hanging up from all sorts, from London Fire Brigade, like the 60s, through to Humberside Fire Brigade, and the 80s and 90s. So yeah, I just collect them. It's,
Yeah.
So whenever I see things, I'm hoping it's like a fire service, but it's not. So we go again.
Keep digging, Lloyd. Plenty more to discover here. Meanwhile, sun shining and roof down, Rhys and Tim are thoroughly enjoying their jaunt in the Jag.
I think it's suiting you, this car.
Do you reckon?
I'd say even more than Lloyd's. I thought Lloyd looked at home, but this is unbelievable.
I love an E-Type.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're an iconic car, aren't they?
Of course, it's a vintage car. Of course you've driven one before.
My life revolves around old things.
Is everything really old? Is your house just all old, falling apart, all old stuff?
Yeah, just old furniture, eat off antique plates.
You've got an old rotary phone and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you carry that around with you.
Wind-up gramophone.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, if you're going to lean into the brand, then I like it.
Absolutely.
Those sunglasses look a bit modern.
Yeah, they are a bit.
Well, everything in moderation, eh, Tim? On the hunt for yet more old things, these two are travelling to Weston-super-Mare. This charming seaside town is known for its long sandy beach and historic pier, drawing in an estimated 750,000 tourists every year. But there's no time for a stroll along the prom. We've one final bout of shopping to be done at Violet Antiques.
It's a really good shop.
I like it.
You're not wrong. This little cracker is packed with antique trinkets and collectibles to spend your remaining £330 on. Not to mention a litter of wannabe guard dogs. Don't even think about it. A dog is for life, not just a road trip. Dealer Angie and her pups are on hand to offer assistance here. Time to sniff out a bargain.
Tim, come and have a look at this. Now,
What have you found?
your friend and mine, Lloyd, told me when we were driving that he actually, in his personal life, buys antique occasional chairs.
Niche. Okay.
So if we could one-up him with one of his actual hobbies,
Yeah.
that would be ideal.
That would be quite good.
Is this, what's the situation here, would you say?
I actually quite like this chair. So what you've spotted, I'd say, could be described as sort of arts and crafts. So arts and crafts was a period in the late 19th, early 20th century, and it was a movement pushing away from the Industrial Revolution, which was in mass production. So it was a movement towards producing things that were handmade, maybe with a rustic side to them. Often with the silverware that was produced, they would have a planished finish, sort of like a hand finish. And with furniture, often it had little tweaks of design that you couldn't get with the machine and the way that the pieces were put together. This one's really nice with a rush seat. I'd say date-wise, you're looking at early 20th century, so Edwardian period, maybe just a slightly later, so 1910, 1920.
Now, normally you tell me that's a bit late for us.
Well, I mean, I do like really old stuff.
Yeah.
But 1920 is 100 years old, so we're in the antique arena,
is
which is good.
So it's not too bad.
There's different things about it, and I do like this little heart.
Little heart in there. Yeah, people like that.
Now, technically, I would say that's probably more of a child's chair or a side chair. Would have been made for a child, and children's chairs are actually quite collectible because people that collect teddy bears and dolls actually use them to display their teddies and dolls on.
There's no price on it.
There isn't any price.
That might be a case of the old Rhys James negotiation classic.
I do quite like things with no price because often it means it's new in and hasn't had a ticket put on it.
Yeah.
So we like fresh stock.
Okay, nice.
So we might
fresh stock, you call it.
We like fresh
You call it fresh stock. There are some cobwebs on it, so I think I'm going to use that in the negotiations.
Okay, all right.
Been sat there a while.
Let's do that. Another thing to add to the negotiation.
Yeah. I know you said not to lowball, but I think lowball Rhys is back.
Okay, well, I like it. It's a good old thing.
Yeah.
So let's
Great,
that.
let's put it on the list. It's on the long list.
Okay, awesome. Well found, I like it.
Seat under consideration. Back to Bristol now.
These are good.
I love signs.
So do I.
I love signs. I've got a couple at home, enamel signs, fire and rescue signs. I really like that, but I love that. Obviously, that's had a bit of a life. Look at it. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
very dated.
I really like that as well. Obviously, they are quite worn, but I think that's actually what people want with these kind of enamel signs because it just shows they're not reproduction.
Yeah.
You want a bit of rust, you want a little bit of damage. I would say, yeah, out of the two, that's probably the more desirable at auction and has the higher price tag. Anyone who collects anything to do with cigarettes, I think, is really going to be interested in that.
While smoking is a nasty habit, enamel advertising signs like this still command good money. And with the multilingual detailing, this might just spark some interest at auction.
I love vintage advertising, and that's a really, really nice example, actually. It's got age to it. I think it's probably early 20th century. Lovely thing.
I really like them both. So maybe receiver can get a good price for both.
Yeah, I think that one's quite expensive. I think we'd need to get quite a bit off that one.
Yeah.
But that one's a fair price at 45.
We can get a bit off both.
Yeah, try your haggling.
Should we see?
Yeah, good on.
If you want the signs, follow the sign. Dealer Jane awaits.
Hello, Jane.
Hiya. Hi.
Love your shop. Good to spend all day in here. What we really love are the two signs over there. So the red cigarette sign and then the one to the right of it, the get off my land one. So I just wondered, what's the best price you can do on the two signs? The one on the left's 210 and the one on the right 45.
225?
Could you do them both for 200?
Yeah, we could do that, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah, are you happy?
Yeah, brilliant.
Many thanks, Jane. That's £170 on the vintage cigarette advertising and £30 for the land signage.
There you go.
Great, thank you.
We'll go and grab them.
Wrapping up Lloyd and Hetty's shopping and leaving £170 spare.
Hey, Hetty.
Yeah,
It's a sign we're going to win.
I like it.
Tough crowd. Back in Weston-super-Mare, wicker chair already in the mix. There are signs of another potential buy.
Rhys, you there? What do you think of this?
Stop rising prices and lower the cost of living. Sign the petition to Parliament. I mean, presumably this is a very recent sign.
No, this I would think is probably 1920s, 1930s.
Okay.
It was a petition presented by Sir Archibald Sinclair MP for the Liberals.
also the MP for Caithness and Sutherland, Sir Archibald took this petition to Parliament in 1938, complete with 804,000 signatures.
I just find it fascinating. That is basically near on 100 years old.
Yeah,
and literally nothing changes.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed whatsoever.
I think political posters and political memorabilia is quite popular. I think probably, especially at the moment, you know, people are thinking about it, more involved in it, and maybe have more of an understanding of what's going on, to be honest.
Okay. And this feels like it might be rare?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one before, and I think it's really in your face, like, stop.
Yeah.
And it's just words. There's no flashy photographs and pictures. It's just.
But it's also a nice colour scheme.
Exactly.
I could see that in the sort of flat of a friend of mine who lives in East London.
Oh, really? Yeah, cool.
Absolutely. I say friend of mine, it's me, but that's not what this show is about.
I think it's really cool. I would have this up in my house because it's a great talking point.
I like it a lot.
Do you think so? It's up at £95.
Yeah.
I think actually, as far as posters go, that's not out the way.
We can't not haggle on a poster about the cost of living, though.
That is true.
Surely. It's right there for us, Tim. Come on, 95 might be reasonable to you.
Maybe. What about if we tried to do a deal with that and that chair that you found?
Good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah? See what we can do on the two?
Great.
Yeah?
Sounds like a plan. Best track down Angie and see what she can do.
Hey, Angie, are you back there?
Yes.
We'd love to do a deal, please.
Lovely, thank you.
Hello, Angie.
Hello, Tim.
And who's this?
This is Rose.
Hello,
I see. Trying to intimidate us with your guard dog. It's
Absolutely.
not going to work. Well, we found a couple of things we like, haven't we?
Yep.
First of all, we love the cost of living poster.
Brilliant.
Now, obviously, it's £95, but it's about the cost of living.
I know.
So we've got to have some leeway there.
How about 75?
75, that's quite... that seems all right.
There is the chair, though, we were interested as well.
Oh, right.
So maybe
a double deal.
Yeah.
The chair does have some cobwebs on it. That, to me, Angie, says that you've been trying to sell it for a while. Is that true?
No.
Oh, OK.
I bought it like that.
You bought it like that and you preserved it.
Absolutely.
Kept it in the exact condition you
Absolutely.
bought it in.
And I bet it's new in, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about around 100 for both?
Yes, I could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK.
Brilliant.
Sounds good.
OK, great.
Let's shake the paw.
You shake
Go
the
on.
paw.
Thank you very much.
Well, I can't
It's a deal.
Awesome. That's a deal done on the child's wicker chair and the political poster. £230 left unspent.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
There we are.
Pleased with that?
Yeah, I'm
Not
really
bad.
pleased. Both really
Not
nice
bad.
things.
And now that we're all shopped out, time to get our comedy chums back together again.
So do you think you learned stuff about antiques this last
I think I did.
few days? You reckon?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah?
I think I learned that. I don't know what I'm talking about. So maybe leave it to the professionals. Should we keep hold of the car?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Do you want to learn how to drive at some point?
No, you do the driving. But I think this is a good situation. It works well.
Unbelievable.
Let's just do it forever.
Unbelievable.
Nice try, lads. We'll be needing that back at some point. Until then, nighty-night. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. It's auction day in the London borough of Bexley. Having shopped their way around Wales and the southwest, our comedy duo have arrived to sell in Sidcup in South East London.
You've never been to an auction, but you know what an auctioneer sounds like, don't you?
They sound like horse racing commentators.
And they're all different as well. They are all different. Do you know what I mean? You get your archetypal...
I think 30, I get 40, all of that sort of stuff.
You get your sarcastic auctioneers.
Oh, 30, what a surprise. We've got a 30 bit on the phone. Pathetic.
Then you get your enthusiastic auctioneers.
Oh, lovely. He's gone 40 for that, is he? That's nice.
Good job it's not down to these two. Luckily, the professionals at Sidcup auction rooms are on hand to sell on the phone and in a jam-packed sale room. Wielding the gavel with finesse and flair is auctioneer Alex Jenkins.
For the next auction, 750 and sold.
Here we go, Lloyd.
There's a lot of people going here,
This is the moment of truth.
It's obviously very popular. I hope they've got money.
Fingers crossed.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are we?
Nervous.
I'm very well.
Lloyd's
Terrified,
I
yeah,
am.
because I'm the underdog, that's why.
There's a lot of people here. To be
There
fair, this
is,
is the most
yeah.
amount of people you performed in front of, probably.
Yeah, let's hope that they want a frame that's got a radio in it.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Get
big
in,
one.
get
That's the
in,
big one.
get in.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
Let's get
let's
in
do
there.
Lloyd and Hetty splashed £230 across 5 lots. What does auctioneer Alex make of them?
The home and away sign, it only goes up to 6. I can't figure out what it's from, but the thing is our crowd loves something different, a novelty, a bit of fun, and I can have a good joke with it.
Rhys and Tim parted with a fraction less, with £170 also on 5 lots. Any thoughts, Alex?
The small arts and crafts style chair with wicker seat and a heart on the back. I know this will do well because my wife loves anything with a heart on. So I know that's sold. But that's the sort of thing that our crowd loves, is anything with a little difference to a normal chair or piece of furniture that's just got a twist.
Good stuff. Standing room only in here. Luckily, we saved you some seats.
I don't think I've seen a room packed with so many bidders for a long time.
No. It's a good atmosphere.
I'm really excited.
Still nervous? Yeah, really nervous. Still really nervous.
Calm yourself. Lloyd and Hetty to kick things off with the enamel private land sign.
Here we go.
Nice enamel sign.
What did you pay for this?
Only £30, which I don't think is bad price.
At £20 only. 20. £20
That's all right,
there.
good start.
22. Bidding. 24. 26. 28, 30, 32, 34,
We're in profit.
36, 38.
Sounds like a phone bid as well.
The Volti. 38. Billy, where are you? There he is, never lets me down on a sign. 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 55, 60, 65. Come on, Bill. It's only money. 60 there, 65.
I love him, he's great.
At £60, we're done.
There's a great
So pleased with that.
Cracking start, and hopefully a sign of things to come.
That's double the profit.
Well done, guys. That is good. That is very good.
Watch and learn.
Rhys and Tim's first offering now, a pair of Victorian candlesticks.
They're very smart. They're by Elkington & Co. Great quality.
That's what I was going to say.
Fantastic. Elkington & Co. Yeah.
Silver plate.
What?
Silver plated.
It's a silver plate?
It's a silver plate, yeah.
£10 starts. £10 on the candlesticks at 10. 10 it is. £12 anywhere. £10 there, 12 anywhere now. £10 it is. They're going at 10, 12.
Good man, good man.
16. At 14.
40% profit.
Look, it's a little profit.
40% profit.
That's some fast maths, Rhys.
That's good though.
I'll take that.
£4 profit.
We could be on a roll. Lloyd's second piece of signage now, the enamel cigarette advertising board.
To be honest, I've never seen one before.
Thank you.
I think it's a really nice thing.
So they're not in demand.
95 I have, 100 should be more. 100 it is. 110, 120, 130, 140 is with you.
Ooh.
Thank you, sir. 150
Oh, no.
there.
Book
140
bids
it is,
out.
150 needed. Up 140 there, 150, 160, 150 it is, up 150.
Come on,
It's all
come
done
on.
then. It's at 150.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Yeah.
You've done all right
But you
there.
were so close. You were a couple of bids away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame. The bidding ran out of puff there.
Oh well, you win some, you do some. So.
I'll take that though.
Yeah, it's not too. I think that could have been a disaster.
It could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot better.
That's a spirit. Time for sign number 3, Rhys's 1930s political poster.
I really like it.
I'd
Interesting.
I'd have it in my house, but
I saw it on the website and I really liked it.
22's here, 24 anywhere on this one at 22. 22, 24, there it is. 26, 28's with you. It's only money, sir. 28's there, 30. £28 it is, it's going, it's done at 28.
That should have been.
I guess there really is a cost of living.
Sign of the times, eh, Rhys? Ooh.
Stick to comedy, stick to comedy.
Sorry, you just got heckled by the auctioneer.
I know. He wants you to stick to comedy too.
£5 on this one.
Lloyd's Ndina vase. Now, maybe this can get the crowd back on side.
Here it is, here it is.
Oh, I like that. Can we boo?
It's really nice colour, isn't it?
There it is. And a fireworks woo went with it as well. £16 I've got 18 looking for. Should be more. 16, 18 now. 16's here, 18. 18 anywhere. 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40,
Told you.
42, 44. 42 it is. 42 at the back there. It's all done. It's a I told you, apparently. At 42, it's all done.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good job, Hetty. Bagged a bargain there.
What did you pay again?
£5.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
It's ridiculous.
The child's wicker chair next for Rhys. Favoured by auctioneer Alex and his wife, apparently.
We bought a little
It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
There's not many children here, Tim.
There aren't, no. But they might be teddy bear collectors, so.
Yes, that's what you said, wasn't it? It's for they're for teddy bears.
Do we see £10 for it? At £10, there it is, straight in with my wife there. I knew this was going to happen. £10 there, 12 there, 14, 16, 18, 20, 18 there, 20.
Oh, come on.
£18 it is, and there's surely more.
Good value.
It is. At £18 it goes.
No. Oh, really?
Not even the auctioneer's wife could save you there.
It was only a small loss.
The auctioneer's bought it.
The auctioneer's wife. The auctioneer's wife has bought
well, he
it.
felt sorry
There we
for
are.
you.
Thank you. I hope you paid fortunes because I got it at a lovely price. Thank you.
Looks like there's 3 comedians in the room today. Hoping to score big, it's Lloyd's home and away board, fancied by auctioneer Alex.
I love this.
I think it'll do well.
I think again it's a bit Marmite. People either that hate or go like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? Which is scoreboard?
Everyone knows what it is, yes.
£20, £22 is needed, £20 here, 22, 24, 26, 26 with you, think of the fun. They may even sign it after, you never know. 28,
I
30,
won't.
unless you want to keep the value, of course. 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38.
You're getting heckled.
Yeah, we're getting
36
stitched
there,
up.
38. I thought it'd be nice to reverse it. 36 it is, all done at £36.
Good, that's really good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Back of the net. Lovely stuff.
We're a really good team, aren't we?
We are.
Still a way to go. The collection of rustic Swiss plates next for Rhys.
I really like them.
I'm going to start getting my head down and pretending this got nothing to do with me.
It's finally off. Well
Did you choose them, Tim?
The plates worry me. They're broken.
They're broken plates.
£15 on the slipware at 15. Lots of lovely colours there at 15. £12 for them. £12.
It's going down. Isn't that the wrong way?
12's there.
It's supposed to go up,
£14
isn't it?
anywhere. 14, 16, 18, 20,
Nah, we're
22,
getting gas.
24.
Ooh.
Let's build up the spirit. 20. What was it? 6? Yeah. 26. 28.
Oh, come on, sir. One more.
At £26. £26 on these high quality slipware bowls. At 26 we go.
26 is. I'd actually take that.
Could have been worse, given one was broken.
It might not have got a lot of profit, but they got a lot of laughs.
Big laugh. And it's all about the big laughs at any expense.
Unfortunately, laughs don't win road trips, though, do they? Lloyd's last offering now, with the Mexican silver scent bottle.
Lovely Mexican silver.
Yeah, looking around the room, do you think there's a lot of perfume fans, would you say?
Mexican silver.
Smell it around the room.
20, £22 we need now. 22, 24, 26. 26 it is, 28. Surely more. 26 there, 28 looking for. 26 at the back there, 28. He pushes just for that further little bid. At 26 it's going. All done.
Fantastic.
26. There we
What do you
go.
got?
I'm a bit bored of saying well done.
Well, I'll say it for you. Jolly well done, chaps.
It's about taking part.
Yeah.
It's got nothing. Oh,
It's
yeah,
about
we
winning.
won, we won.
It's about winning.
It's nice watching.
Exactly. It's all about the journey. It's not the destination.
And last of all, surely Rhys and Tim's Starlot. The incredible picture frame / radio. Brace yourself, everybody.
There's this stunned silence of sort of atmosphere and anticipation in the room, isn't there?
Yeah.
As they're thinking, when is the snakeskin frame with a radio in the back of it going to come up?
That's what they're all here for.
Once that one's done, everyone will go home.
At £10 on this one at 10. It's a thought, isn't it? £10 there, £12 anywhere. It is a bit of fun, this, a radio picture frame. We've never had one come on.
Never had one.
At £10, 12 anywhere, 12, 14, 16. Go, Norm, go. 18, 20.
Yeah,
One more,
yeah, it's a
Norm.
good-
Go on, go to
Come
new
on,
levels,
Norm.
new heights. 20 it is, 22. £20, it's all done for 20.
I'm sort of celebrating it didn't make less.
No, yeah.
Unfortunately, the bid is tuned out. But good effort, nevertheless, gents.
What a relief that's over.
Very relieved.
Like a comedy gig, isn't it? It's like when you finish a comedy gig and I get to be relieved that it's done.
Leave it out. Let's
Gotta get
go.
some digs
Leave
in.
it
Gotta
out.
get some
Let's
digs
go.
in.
Play nicely, boys. Time to find out who's topping the bill today. After sale room costs, Rhys and Tim made a bit of a loss of £83.08. While Lloyd and Hetty are laughing. After costs, they made a profit of £27.48, and that will go to children in need.
Look, we took some risks, okay, and it's all Tim's fault, and, you know, I couldn't have done any better myself.
Also, it wasn't your fault. You have two specialists against one specialist. So, a specialist and a small
This is
boy.
the worst case scenario.
What am I?
I told you this is what it would be like.
I'm going to go and put the picture frame on in the car. Sorry, the radio.
It's never going to end, Tim. This is
Never
just
gonna
the
end.
beginning.
It's never going to end. I've got to drive you home because you can't drive.
Come on then. See you later, guys.
All right, see you later.
Do you think Rhys is actually upset?
I don't know, I can't tell.
I can't tell if he cares or not.
Something tells me he might.
But you've won. I hope you're happy.
I'm very happy. And I'll take you to an auction house soon. We'll have a nice little day out.
Maybe we should work together in future.
Nah.
Okay.